Classical period. The classical period in Indian history dates from the 320 CE to 650 CE and is also called the Golden Age. During this period, there were a significant advancement in the field of art, science, literature, astronomy, and religious and philosophy. Here are some of the key achievements and characteristics of the classical period, which I'm going to discuss right now. The Gupta Empire, which was the latest from 320 CE to 550 CE, was a major world power during this period. The Vatanka dynasty and the Pallava dynasty and Kadamba dynasty also exist during this time. The economy flourished and the India became a major center for international trade. And the field of the science, mathematics, and medicines saw significant advancement, including the discovery of the concept of zero and decimal places. Astronomy also developed with the proposal of the Earth rotation on its axis and the elliptical orbit around the Sun. Hinduism and Buddhism and Jainism were the major religions of the period. The Gupta ruler encouraged religious tolerance and uses Hinduism to unify the people. The period also saw the development of Indian philosophy with the emergence of six major branches. Aryabhat contribution. So, what are the contribution of Aryabhat? Writing Aryabhat's a treatise on astronomy, written in 121 verses, being the first person of the solve Diophantine equations, making major contribution to trigonometry and algebra, probably understanding the concept of zero, calculating the appropriate value of pi, which is 3.1416, making incredibly accurate calculation of the length of a day and a year, explaining that the moon and the planets shine due to the reflect sunlight, explaining how the movement of celestial bodies was due to the rotation of the earth, authoring Arya Siddhanta and other texts on astronomical computations, setting up an observatory at the Sun Temple in the Terran. So, Shudra medical texts, the Shudra Samhita are one of the foundational texts of the Ayurveda. In Indian and traditional medicines, the text is divided into 186 chapters, covering topics like principles, pathology, diagnosis, anatomy, sensorial prognosis, therapeutics, paramedics, toxicologies, etc. The Shushtra Samhita is known for its detailed description of surgery, surgical instruments, and surgical training. The text describes over 1,120 illness and 700 medical plants and 64 preparations from mineral sources. Parahimira's astronomical works is there are some type of works which is includes the treatise on the five astronomical canons dated 575 AD, which includes information about older lost Indian texts. Surya Siddhanta composed by the ancient and is one of the earliest texts on astronomical computations. Vaishastha Siddhanta composed by the Vishnu Chandra and is one of the star of the great Pio. Polysa Siddhant is composed by the Polysia and is supposed to be from Alexandria. Romaka Siddhanta is composed by Strinium and the doctrine of the Romans. And one of the earliest texts is astronomical computations, which is Padimaha Siddhanta. Virata Samhita, an encyclopedic work about the divinations and includes of works on astronomy. So at last, I just want to conclude that in conclusion, ancient India made significant contributions to various fields, including astronomy, mathematics, medicines, and psychology during the Vedic period, Buddhist period, and the classic period. The work of scholars like Aryabhatta, Shrishta, and the Vahamira had a profound impact on the development of sciences and knowledge in the Indian and beyond. Their contribution include advancement in the astronomy, such as calculating the value of pi and the Earth's rotation. Developments in the medicines like the Shrut Samhita, which is the still studied today. Significant contribution to mathematics like the concept of zero and decimal places. Physiological works that shapes Indian thoughts and spirituality. So these contributions demonstrate the rich intellectual heritage of ancient India and its lasting impact on human knowledge and understanding. So, what do you mean by intellectual scientific achievements of ancient India? See, ancient India has made significant contribution to various fields, including mathematics, medicines, astronomy, and psychologically. Some of the key intellectual and scientific achievement of Indian include with the concept of zero. The ancient Indian scholars developed the concept of zero and the decimal system. Ayurveda. This is an ancient form of medicines that use the natural ingredients and herbs to cure diseases. Cataract surgery is the significant Asian Indian discovery involved restoring people's sights. Plastic surgery is the this advanced procedure was mainly used to deep burns and cut. Yoga is ancient Indian hermits which begins to practice yoga to keep their bodies fit and warm in extreme weather conditions. Chess, this strategy game had 64 squares and was played by four people instead of using two. Weights. Multicolored weights were made using the decimal and binary mathematical systems of measurement. Shampoo. The first use of shampoo was in ancient India, where women washed their hair with the natural ingredients. Sign conversions. This is an essential aspect of mathematics that allows mathematicians to work out complex equations faster. Squat toilet. See, in this, each household had a toilet, and cities also often had a great bath for public bathing. Buttons. These simple pieces of design originated in ancient India and were used or ornaments by women from affluent families. Rurals. The simple rural used to measure length were the first invented in ancient India. And Ludo, there's a very well-known board game which originated in the ancient India. Microwave communication. This was the first introduced by Jagdish Chandra Bose, who demonstrated the transmission of microwaves. Muslin. Muslin is the fine silky fabric which originated in the Dhaka. Stoop. This is a special dome-shaped architecture structure and from ancient India. Charkh. This is the spinning wheel was used as a symbol by Gandhiji in the Made in India freedom movement. So, what do you understand by complex historical context? The intellectual and scientific achievement of the ancient India must be understood within a complex historical context that considered the social, political, and cultural dynamics of the time. So this include geographical diversity, which is the ancient India encompassed various religions, each with the unique cultural and linguistic traditions, empire and destinies, the rise and fall of empire, such as Mauryan, Gupta, and the Vijayanagara, shaped the political landscape. Religious and the philosophical traditions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and other religious influence intellectual and significant pursuits. Social hierarchy. The caste system and the gender roles affected access to education and knowledge. International exchange, trade and cultural exchange with the neighboring regions like Greece, Rome, China influenced India thoughts. Language and script, Sanskrit, Prakrit, and other languages, along with the scripts like Brahmari or Shotri, played a crucial role in knowledge transmissions. Patronage and support. See, royal patronage, temples, institution, and monarchy supported scholars and intellectuals. Having the oral and written traditions, knowledge was transmitted through both oral and written means, with a strong emphasis on memorization and recitations. Considering these factors provides a nuanced understanding of Asian Indians' intellectual and scientific achievement and their enduring impact on human knowledge. Now we are just going to study about interdisciplinary approach to Sanskrit scientific literature. In this, I just want to start with an interdisciplinary approach to Sanskrit scientific literature, which involves combining insight and methods from various fields, including Sanskrit studies, philosophy, linguistics, history of science, philosophy and science, science, physics, mathematics, biology, medicines, history of technology, archaeology, anthropology, sociology of knowledge. So, this approach enables the comprehensive understanding of Sanskrit scientific texts, considering language and terminology, historical context and development, philosophical and theoretical frameworks, scientific content and accuracy, cultural and social influences, technological and practical appliances, and ethnographic and the ornithological perspectives, societal and political factors shaping knowledge and productions. So, by integrating these disciplines, researchers can decode technical terms and concepts, reconstruct historical significant practices, analyzes philosophical underpinning, evaluate scientific validity and accuracy, situate knowledge within the cultural and social context, uncover hidden or marginalized knowledge, provide a nuisance understanding of India's scientific heritage. So, this interdisciplinary approach illuminates the richness and complexities of Sanskrit scientific literature, which revealing its significance in the history of science and its continued relevance today. So now we are just going to study about interdisciplinary approach. So before starting this topic, I just want to add some more disciplines which combining in and multiple disciplines which combining in those fields of the study to gain a deeper understanding of a subject. And it involves integrating theories, methods, and tools from various disciplines, collaborating with experts from different fields, considering multiple perspectives and approaches, analyzing complex problems and phenomena from various angles, developing new sites, theories and methods that transcends individual disciplines. So interdisciplinary approach are essential for addressing complex real world problems that require insight from the multiple fields. Some benefits includes comprehensive understanding, innovative solutions, new research questions and methodologies, enhance creativity and problem solving, more accurate and nuanced understanding of complex phenomena. Examples of interdisciplinary fields, which includes biophysics, which just comes to the biology and physics, neurology means neuroscience and medicines, environmental studies, which is ecology, economic and policy, digital humanities, which is humanities and computer sciences, cybersecurity, which is computer science and criminology. So, by combining disciplines, researchers can tackle complex challenges and gain a deeper understanding of the world around us. So, astronomy. Here are some facts about astronomy in ancient India. The history of Indian astronomy goes back to the Indus Valley civilizations. The Vedas, the oldest piece of the Indian literature, contains some cosmological concept. So, Indian astrological was the influenced by Greek astronomy and started in the 4th century BCE. The classical era of Indian astronomy began in the 5th and 6th century. The Indian astronomer Aryabhatta accurately described the Earth as a sphere and explicitly mentioned that the Earth rotates on its axis. Indian astronomer also made a significant contribution to the mathematics and invented astronomical instruments like the Armilly sphere and the astrobals. Mathematics, Indian mathematics have made it possible to understand and record the decimal number system, and we use today, including zero as a number, negative number, arithmetic, algebra, trigonometry, sine, and cos. So the concept of mathematics in India can be divided into the following periods, which is Vedic period. See, in Vedic periods, it is evacuations of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro and other cities of the Indus Valley civilizations have uncovered the evidence of the use of practical mathematics. Sulba Sutras, the Sulba Sutras constructed around 700 to 400 BCE, list rules of the reconstructions of the sacrificial fire altars. The Pythagorean theorem is believed to be first stated in the Sulba Sutras. Jain mathematics. See, in Jain mathematics are the important historically as crucial links between the mathematics of the Vedic period and the dead of the classic periods. So, what is the meaning of medicine and philosophy? See, in medicines, here are some key facts about medicines in the ancient India, which is Ayurveda is the one of the oldest known systems of healthcare, and it is based on the Vedic philosophers. The Ayurveda tradition is the founded on the two essential texts, which is the Sutra Samhita and Chakra Samhita. Sutra is the often hailed as the father of the Indian surgery and is believed to have revolutionized the field of medicines and surgery. The Sutra Samhita provides detailed information on surgical procedure and anatomical understanding, while the Chakra Samhita offer a broader perspective on medicines, including physiological and ethical considerations. Asian Indian medicines place great importance on reproductive health and having different energies. The Sutra Samhita offers insight into the male or genetics issues and the management of uteral signatures. What is philosophy? Philosophy in Indian philosophies is also known as the Indian thoughts or dharmic thoughts. Encompasses a wide range of philosophical traditions and schools of thoughts that originate in the Indian substitutions and subcontinents. So here are some key points and aspects of philosophy, which has six orthodox schools, which is Nyaya, Vaisheshikas, Mimamsa, Vedanta, Yoga, Samakhya. Three heterodox schools, which is Buddhism, Jainism, Chakrava. Key concept is dharma, karma, reincarnations, moksha, atma, brahman. Influential philosophers are Adi Shankara, Ramajuna, and having the different, which is Madhava, Gautam Buddha, and Mahavira in just Jainism. So Indian philosophy has had a profound impact on development of thoughts and a culture in Indian subcontinent and beyond, shaping religious, ethical, and metaphysical belief for centuries. So here are some key takeaways from our discussion on the ancient India contributions to science, mathematics, and medicines and philosophers. In science, it has a made significant contribution to astronomy, including calculating the value of pi and the Earth rotations and the development. The concept of zero and decimal systems, which is mathematics. In mathematics, we contributed the development of arithmetic, algebra, and trigonometry, made significant contribution to number theory and including the concept of negative numbers. Medicines, in medicine's development, Ayurveda, one of the oldest system of healthcare, made significant contribution to the surgical procedure and anatomical understanding. Physiology. Philosophy is developed by the six orthodox schools of thoughts, including Nyaya, Vaisika, and Vedanta, and contribute the development of the Buddhist and the Zen philosophy, and shaped religions, ethicals, and metaphysics beliefs for the centuries. So overall, ancient India made a significant contribution to the various fields, including sciences, mathematics, medicines, and philosophy, which have had a lasting impact on human knowledge and understanding. So, what do you mean by astronomy and mathematics? See, astronomy is the some ancient Indian astronomy, which is accurate calculation of pi. Ancient Indian astronomers calculated the pi to 3.1416, which is close to the modern value of 3.14159. Discovery of the solar system. Indian astronomers knew about the planets and their relative distances from the sun. Calculation of the Earth's rotations. They accurately calculate the Earth rotations period to be 23 hours and 56 minutes and 4.1 seconds. Prediction of eclipse. Indian astronomer developed the system to predict lunar and solar eclipse. Identification of constellations. So there are some consultations. Uh, they identify and have their manies of including the pole star, which is Dhruv. Development of the nakshatra system. They divided the sky into 27 nakshatra and used them to predict celestial events. Concept of the universe. Indian astronomer believed in a vast infinite universe with a multiple galaxies and stars. Aryabhatta contributions in 476 CE accurately describe the Earth's rotation, orbit, diameter, and develop a heliocentrical model of the solar system. So these achievements demonstrate the sophistication and accuracy of ancient Indian astronomy, which made the significant contribution to the development of modern astronomy. So, what is mathematics? See, mathematics is the development of the decimal system. India is the first civilization to use a decimal system with digit 0 to 9. Concept of zero. The Indian mathematicians Aryabhat 476 CE is credited with the inventing the concept of zero. Place value system, which is Indian developed a place value system where each digit in a number has a place value, which is unit, tens, hundred, etc. Arithmetic operations in Indian develops rules for the arithmetic operations like addition, subtractions, multiplications, and divisions. Algebraic methods, Indians develop algebraic methods, which including solution to the linear and quadratic equations. Geometry. In geometry, Indians made a significant contribution to geometry, which including the concept of the Pythagoras theorem. Calculating pi. India calculated pi to 3.1416, which is close to the modern value. Development of the concept of infinity. Indian develops the concept of infinity and use it in the mathematical calculations. Development of the shunya concept. Shunya means empty or void and was used to represent the concept of zero. And the contribution of the number theory, Indian made a significant contribution to the number theory, including the concept of prime numbers and development of the Fibonacci sequence. So these achievements demonstrate the significant contribution Asian Indian mathematicians and made the development of mathematics, which had a lasting impact on the field. Now I'm just talking about the Surya Siddhant. What is the Surya Siddhant? Is an ancient Indian astronomical treatise that stand as a testaments to remarkable knowledge and the precision of ancient India civilization. Some key points about Surya Siddhant includes composed in Sanskrit. The text contains 14 chapters and 500 verses. It provides details, calculation, and insight into the celestial mechanisms, planetary position, eclipse, and other celestial phenomena. The text contains a description of several astronomical phenomena, including the observation of two pulsar stars, one each at the North Pole and the South Pole, seen at the equatorial regions. The Surya Siddhant is considered to be one of the most esteemed astronomical treatises in ancient India. The text has been controversial, data to be formed around 3 million BCE to 6th century CE. See, Aryabhatta is an astronomical treatise written by the Indian mathematician and philosopher. Aryabhatta, the treatise is divided into the four parts, cover definition of parameter, mathematics, the position of the sun, moon, planet, and planetary motions. The Aryabhatta is considered a landmark work in the history of astronomy, and it is notable for its innovation, accurate descriptions of the rotation of the Earth and the planet. So, how do you observation on planetary positions? See, in the Aryabhatta made several observations on planetary position that were remarkable for this time. So here are some observations, which is heliocentric model in Aryabhatta model. It is a heliocentric model of the solar system with the planets of orbit and the sun rather than the Earth. Planetary orbit either describe the orbit of the planet as the elliptical rather than circular. Planetary circles and periods. In this, he accurately calculated the period of the planet, including the length of the Earth's year and the moon's month. Eclipse. He developed a theory of eclipse, including the calculation of lunar and solar eclipse. Planetary position. He developed a system to calculate the position of the planet at any given time using the method called ANIMSA. So, longitude of the planets. He calculated the longitude of the planets, including their position in the sky. Planetary motions. He described the motions of the planets, including their retrograde motions. So, these observations and calculations were well ahead of this time, were not matched by European astronomers until many centuries later. Aryabhat's work in the astronomy and mathematics had a significant impact on the development of astronomy in India and beyond. So what is the calculation of length of ear? See, accurately calculated the length of the ear is 365.24 days, which is very close to the modern value is 365.24219 days. He achieved this by observing the position of these stars. Aryabhat observed the position of the stars and the planet over a time of period. And it measures the angles that he measured the angle between the position of the stars and the planet using trigonometry. He used trigonometry to calculate the distance and position of the celestial bodies. Developing a mathematical model, he developed a mathematical model to predict the positions of the celestial bodies over time. And refining his calculations, he refining his calculation through repetitive observation and measurements. So Aryabhat calculate of the length of the ear was a significant achievement as it was more accurate than the calculations of other astronomers of his time. His work in astronomy and mathematics has a lasting impact on the development of astronomy and mathematics in India and beyond. So, what do you mean by rotation of Earth on its axis? And Aryabhatta was the first to propose that the Earth rotates on its axis, causing day and night. He wrote in this book, Aryabhatta, the Earth like a wheel rotates on its axis, causing the appearance of sunrise and sunset. He also estimated the length of the Earth rotates periods to be 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4.1 seconds, which is very close to modern value of 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4.09 seconds. So Aryabhat understanding of the Earth rotation was revolutionary for his time and was not widely accepted until many centuries later. His work in astronomy and mathematics had a significant impact on the development of astronomy and mathematics in India and beyond. So some of the key points about Aryabhat concept of the Earth rotations are he recognized that the Earth rotations cause the day and night. He estimated the length of the Earth's rotations period with remarkable accuracy. He understood that the Earth's rotation is responsible for the apparent motions of the star and planet in the sky. His work on the Earth rotation as well as ahead of his time was not widely accepted until the many centuries later. So, what do you mean by revolution of the planet around the sun? See, Aryabhat was the first to propose that the planets, including Earth, right, he revolves around the sun in the heliocentric model of the solar system. He wrote in his books Aryabhata that the planet, including Earth, move around the sun, which is stationary. He also described the order of the planets in their orbits around the suns, correctly placing the Mercury, then Venus, then Earth, then Mars with Jupiter and Saturn in the respective positions. Aryabhat heliocentric model was a significant departure from the prevailing geocentrical view, which placed Earth at the center of the universe. His work on the revolution of planets around the sun was well ahead of this time, was not widely accepted until many centuries later when Kepler and Copernicus developed similar ideas in Europe. Some key points about Aryabhat heterosonic models includes he proposed that the sun is at the center of the solar system. He described the planets orbit around the sun. He correctly placed the planet in their order from the sun, and his work on the heliocentric model was revolutionary for his time. His idea influenced the later astronomers such as Copernicus and the Kepler. So, what do you mean by medicine philosophy? See, as I discussed earlier, medicines and the philosophy, I'm just skipping this part, and I just want to add something in this. There are some notable physicians and philosophers from the Middle Ages, like Al-Razi. It is a Persian physician, philosopher, and scholar who wrote a 10-volume encyclopedia of medicines and founded the most advanced hospital of the medieval world in Bhagar. Jonas Philosophus is the biogenist philosopher, theorians, and the grammars who changed the assertions that physical body will only move if something is pushing it. Paul of Virginia. See, it is a surgeon who was the first to specialize in obstacles and those wrote a treatise on the medicines that influenced the work of later Arab scientists. Um, Avicenna is a Persian polymath who wrote the Canons of Medicines, a five-volume medicines encyclopedia that was used as a textbook in the Europe for 500 years. Averroes is a Persian philosopher and a physician who wrote commentaries on the Aristotle's work on developed the concept of monocyclism, the idea that there is only one soul for all humans. So, as in this, I just want to include Ayurveda and yoga. See, in Ayurveda and yoga are two interrelated practices that originate in the India over 3,000 years ago. Ayurveda means the knowledge of life, recognizing the body's three life forces, which is dosh, vata, kapha, and pitta. Yoga means union and is believed to assist in uniting the body with the divine. Um, the purpose of Ayurveda is bring to balance and having the hostelic which achieved through diets and activities, lifestyle changes, and Ayurvedic yoga therapy is hostile Ayurvedic and individualized practices that aims to balance doshas and meditations, breathing, exercising, and posture. Ayurveda details in this Ayurveda in just one of the world systems originating in India over 500 years ago, and it is based on the belief that perfect health is a state of balance, health in a state between the mind and body, spirit, and social well-being. Here are some Ayurveda points about Ayurveda, which I just want to discuss you here. And it focusing on the over health is a state of balanced mind and having the treating root causes of disease rather than just treating systems, and it is a holistic science that looks at a wellness of a whole rather than just focusing on the physical body. So Ayurveda is based on the concept of five fundamental elements of nature, which is earth, water, fire, and space, which comes together to the form of three doshas, vata, pitta, and kapha. Each individual has a unique constitutions, which is Prakriti, made up three doshas, which determines their physical and psychological traits. Ayurveda empathizes in sickness prevention and advocates for sustaining health and through daily and seasonal routines. It offers a natural and holistic approach to health and wellness, focusing on diet, lifestyle, and natural remedies. Ayurveda also offer a unique approach to beauty and skincare using natural herbs and other natural elements. And it also just a system of medicines, but a way living that aims to brings balance and harmony to all the aspect of life. Principle of Ayurveda. See here, I just want to discuss principle of Ayurveda. It is based on the understanding of the interconnectedness of the individual and the universe. Some of the key principles include the five elements earth, water, fire, and air, space that makes up the universe and the human body. Tridasha is the three doshas that governs the functioning of the body and mind. Prakriti is the unique constitutions of an individual determined by their doshas balance. Ahar, Vihar, and Ashuddha, the three pillars of health, which includes diet, lifestyles, and medicines. Satmya is the concept of wholesomeness when emphasizes the importance of consuming pure nutrients food. Ritu Chakra is the seasonal determinant when which recommends specific diets and lifestyles practices for each seasons. Dincharya is the daily routines which includes the practice like yoga, meditation, and self-care. Panchakarma is the five detoxifications and rejuvenations therapies, which include massage, steam baths, and other treatments. Swasthya. Swasthya is the concept of health and wellness, which encompasses the physical and mental spiritual well-being. Yukti. Yukti is a principle of logical reasons which guides the practice of Ayurveda. So these principles are from the foundation of Ayurvedic philosophy and guide its practice and treatment. Now, yoga. See, yoga is a physical, mental, spiritual practice that originated in the India over 5,000 years ago, and it's aimed to unite the body, mind, and spirit, and is often referred to as a journey of the self, and through the self to the self. So here I have just want to discuss some points about yoga, which is asanas is the posture, pranayam is the breathing exercises, dhyan is the meditations, yamas and niyas is the ethical principles, which is personal observations having this non-violence and truthfulness and self-disciplines, chakras. Energy centers in the body associated with a different aspect of human consciousness. Nadis is the channels through which the life force prana flows. Venetia, the flow the movement linking the asanas together. Drishtis is the focus gauge points used to concentrate the mind. Bandhas is the every look used to direct the flow of prana. Mantras is the sound vibration used to assess higher state of consciousness. So yoga is not just physical practice, but a holistic system for achieving balance, harmony, and self-realizations. It aims to cultivate awareness, wisdom, and inner peace, and is often practices for its numerous physical, mental, and spiritual benefits. What is Hatha Yoga? See, Hatha Yoga is the classical form of yoga that focuses on the physical posture, which is asanas, and breathing techniques, which is pranayam. It is a hostilic practice that aims to balance the body energies and prepare it for the meditation and spiritual growth. Hatha Yoga is based on the following asanas, pranayam, bandhas, drishti, vinasya. So the goal of Hatha includes physical health, well-being, mental clarity and focus, emotional balance and harmony, spiritual growth and self-realizations. Hatha yoga is considered a powerful tool for balancing the body energy, preparing for the meditations, cultivating inner peace and awareness, developing physical and mental spiritual strength. Some of the key benefits of Hatha yoga includes improved flexibility and strength, reduces stress and anxiety, enhance cardiovascular health, improved balance and coordinations, increased energy and vitality. So overall, Hatha Yoga is a holistic practice that aims to integrate body, mind, and spirit, leading to a deeper sense of connections and inner peace. Yoga is a style of yoga that was developed by the K. Patabhi Joyce in the early 20th century. It is a physically demanding and mentally challenging practice that involves the synchronization breath with movements of Vinyasa that the practice is designed to build internal heat and strength, flexibilities, and mental focus. Ashtanga Yoga emphasizes the following key principles, which is synchronizing breath with movements, focusing on the three elements breath, which binds the energy locks and the distri. Asanas is the posture that builds the strength, flexibility, and balance. Breathing exercises that cultivate internal energy, meditation, and focus concentrations. Asana yoga is known for its challenging and physical demanding practices, but is also empathize the importance of mental focus, breath awareness, and spiritual growth. So, what is the Kundalini Yoga? Kundalini Yoga is a spiritual and the physical practice that aims to awake the dormant energy at the base of the spine and rise it through the seven chakras to achieve spiritual enlightenment and the self awareness. And development of the yogi versions in the 1960 Kundalini Yoga combines to prepare the body for energy awakening, to control the direct energy, to quit the mind and focus attentions, to assess higher state of consciousness, to lock and direct the energy, to cleanse the purify the body and mind. So the Kundalini Yoga aims to awaken the Kundalini energy, expand awareness and consciousness, cultivate spiritual growth and self-awareness, balance the body's energy, improve physical and mental and emotional well-being. So some key benefits of Kundalini Yoga includes increased energy and validity, improve flexibility and strength, enhance mental clarity and focus, emotional balance and well-being, deep relaxation and stress, relief, spiritual growth and connection to the divine. Kundalini Yoga is the holistical practices that aims to unite body, mind, and spirit, leading to the deeper sense of connections and inner peace. So, Yoga, Ayurveda and yoga, I already discussed these points. Now I'm just going to about interconnectedness of the scientific disciplines. So, in this, the scientific disciplines are interconnected in the various ways, reflecting the complexities and unity of the natural world. So, here are some examples like physical and chemistry. See, in this, the sheer principles like thermodynamics and quantum mechanics, biology and chemistry linked through the biochemistry and molecular biology and genetics. Physics and biology, it is a bio connected through the biophysics and the medical imaging environmental sciences. Mathematics and all sciences, mathematic tools, models you underlie scientific inquiry and analysis. Computer sciences and all sciences, which is computational method and data sciences and data analysis bridge disciplines. Engineering and sciences, applied sciences like material science, aerospace engineering, biomedicals engineering rely on the fundamental scientific principles. Environmental science and all sciences, ecology, climate science, sustainability draw on multiple disciplines. Medicines and sciences, which includes biology, chemistry, physics, and mathematics coverage in the medical research and practices. Neurosciences is the psychologically understanding of brain functions and behavior span of biology, psychology, and the computer science. Data sciences and all the sciences, which include data analysis, visualization techniques, and the essential across disciplines. So, recognizing these connections fosters the interdisciplinary approach, driving innovation and advancing our understanding of the world. So, what do you understand by application to the modern scientific research? See, in this, the interconnectedness of the scientific disciplines had numerous applications in modern research, which including interdisciplinary collaboration research combines expertise from the multiple fields to tackle complex problems. Multidisciplinary approach, which is having the scientists integrate the method and theories from various disciplines to gain comprehensive insights. Transitional research, which is based on the scientific discoveries, are applied to the practical problems in fields like medical and engineering. Systems thinking, researchers studies complex systems, recognizing the interconnectedness of the component and processes. Data driven sciences, having the large data set of computational tools, enable interdisciplinary research and discovery. And emerging fields, interdisciplinary area like biophysics, environmental sciences emerge from the connections between the disciplines. Breakthroughs and innovations, which is interconnected research, leads to unexpected breakout and innovation solutions. Addressing global challenges, which is interdisciplinary research, tackle complex issues like climate change, pandemic, and sustainable energy. Personalized medicines is the interconnected research in genetics, biology, and the computer sciences, which enables personalized treatment. Advancing technology, which is interdisciplinary research and drive technological innovations in area material science, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology. By emerging the interconnectedness of scientific disciplines, researchers and tackles complex problems, drive innovations, and advance our understanding of the world. So, how do you influence of astronomy on the medicines? See, in this, we are just going to so here are some few astronomy has influenced the medical fields, which is memory form. See, in this are developed by the Charles Yost and the engineer at North American Aviations, including for NASA. Memory forms was created to increase the safety airplane passenger. So in today's, this technology is used in football helmets, motorcycle seats, and clothing in additions of mattresses. So there's a radar technology initially used to study the Earth's ionosphere, and radar technology was used to track enemy planes during World War II. Today, radar technology is used in the weather forecasting and medicines. Nuclear energy was the first use in the development of the atomic bomb. Later, it was used to develop nuclear power plants, which now number in the hundred across the globe. Asian Indian astronomy and medicines. See, in this, Asian Indian astronomy and medicines were interconnected in the following ways. Both astronomy and the medicines were influenced by the spiritual and the philosophical beliefs of the time, such as Hinduism and Buddhism. Astronomical knowledge was used in the medical practices like calculating auspicious time for surgery. Many famous astronomers like Aryabhatta and Varshamahira were also physicians and mathematicians. It advanced in astronomy, like understanding of crystals, uh, bodies, and their improvement and movement influenced the development of Ayurvedic system of medicines. The Indian notational system was used in the both astronomy and medicine for the mathematical calculation and record keeping. So, what do you understand by astronomical observation and medicines? So, here are some few astronomical observation having influenced the medical field. In this, having the high energy and neutrons optics, it can be used to focus radiations on tumors for treatment. Nuclear magnetic resonance used in molecular physics can also be used for MRI scans. Supernova remnant and imaging software can be used for brain scans imaging software. Detector technology can be used to make better, lighter cameras for making multiple purposes. Astronomical data analysis software can be reconfigured to make cars safer. So, what is the philosophy of mathematicians? See, it is a branch of philosophy that deals with the fundamental nature of mathematics and its foundation and its applications. Some of the central question in the philosophy of mathematics includes what is the nature of the mathematical truth? What is the relations between the mathematics and reality? How does we know mathematical truth? What is the nature of mathematical object, for example, numbers, geometrical shapes, etc.? How does mathematics relate to the other areas of knowledge such as science and logics? So some of the main philosophical position in the mathematics includes planetarisms, which is mathematical objects exist independently of human thoughts. Formalisms, which is a mathematics, is a formal system which no connections to reality. Constructivisms, which is a mathematical object, are constructed by human thoughts and culture. Apprentices are the mathematics truth, which have been derived from sense experiences. Social constructions is having the social construct shaped by the culture and historical factor. The philosophies of mathematics has implications for many areas, which includes the foundation of mathematics, nature of mathematics knowledge, the relationship between the mathematics and sciences, the teaching and learning of mathematics, the role of mathematics in society and culture. Some influential philosophers of mathematics include Plato, Immanuel Kant, Gustav Frills, Brent Russell, Ringwald Wistings, and many more. The philosophy of the mathematicians continue to an active area of research with the new development of debates and shaping our understanding of the nature and significance of mathematics. So at last, I just want to conclude. In the conclusion, there's a connections between the astronomy, mathematics, and medicines and philosophy are profound and far-reaching from the ancient Indian astronomers who also made the significant contribution to medicines to the modern day applicants of the astronomical observation in medical technology. The interdisciplinary approach has led to the numerous breakthroughs and innovations. The philosophy of mathematics underlines our understandings of the fundamental nature and of mathematics and its relationship to the reality, which influencing to the reality and approach to the scientific inquiry and discovery. So by recognizing and embracing the interconnectedness, these disciplines, we can foster a deeper understanding of the world around us, drive innovation and progress, address complex challenges and problems, advance human knowledge and well-beings. And in other words of asteroids, the sum whole is more than the sum of its past. By exploring and embracing the connections between astronomy, mathematics, medicines, and philosophy. So we can gain our deeper appreciation for the beauty and complexity of the human knowledge and the world we inhabit.